തുടങ്ങാം സാർ. സമയമായില്ലോ അല്ലേ? 2 minutes കൂടെ ഉണ്ട്.
Sir, start it. At the end of the day, the goals are simple: safety and security. Good afternoon, one and all who have joined us for the second session of Super 7, which is a national web talk series in association with the World Youth Skills Day, organized by the Internal Quality Assurance Cell and the College Union Advaya 2021 of Pete Memorial Training College, Mavilkara. Super 7 is a 7-day-long web talk series where 7 speakers talk about 7 skills essential for the modern teacher. The main focus of today's session will be on the skill of cybersecurity. Let's begin the formal session by evoking the blessings of the Lord Almighty. For the same, may I invite Auntie Joy.
Let kindly light amid encircling gloom, lay down we home. The night is dark and I am far from home. Lay down we home. Keep thou my feet, I do not ask to see the distant sea. One step enough for me.
Thank you, Ansi. The world of cybersecurity is evolving every day, and cyber criminals are trying to take advantage of it to gain as much money and power as possible. As the internet continues to grow, more people around the world join the internet. The purpose of this is to see how much of an importance cybersecurity has and how cyber criminals are able to utilize the cyber world for their own personal gain. Now, let me invite Dr. Elizabeth Joshua, Assistant Professor in Education of Pete Memorial Training College, for the welcome address.
Thank you, Gina. Good afternoon, one and all. Respected Principal Dr. Mariama Matthew, Honorable Resource Person of the Day, Mr. A. Pramoth, Police Officer at the Kerala Police Cyber Dome, Dr. Velayudan Nair, Coordinator of IQAC, participants from various training institutions, entire teaching and non-teaching staff of Pete Memorial Training College, and my dear students. Pete Memorial Training College always strives to bring out innovative areas in the field of education. Now also the college, under the auspices of IQAC, has organized the webinar which focuses on the 7 skills pertaining the educational scenario. Our today's session is of a great importance as it deals with the topic individual resilience against cyber threats. We are a cog in today's digital world. That means we are made to think, act, and even live digitally in order to survive among the techno-savvy around us. In such a digitalized world, we are at a high risk. We should be very prudent and cautious about the cyber network around us. The use of cybersecurity can help prevent cyber attacks, data breaches, and identify theft, and can aid in risk management. It is highly inevitable to have a proper knowledge about the things going on in and out of this cyber world. If we are not careful enough, our living will be highly problematic. Let me enter into the duty bestowed on me. A ship can't be sailed without a captain. Our college is blessed with an eminent captain who always brings creative practices in the forefront to enhance the qualities within the students and teachers. Her motivational words and inspiring behavior are always remarkable. Who is the pillar of all our endeavors? I take this opportunity to welcome our beloved principal, Dr. Mariama Matthew, to this webinar.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Today, we have a very distinguished speaker who I believe is the most suitable person to handle today's session. Mr. A. Pramoth, police officer at the Kerala Police Cyber Dome. An excellent speaker, visual presenter, is a golden feather in the cap of entire police department. His several years of experience in cybersecurity, as well as expertise in delivering presentations related to cyber safety, made him renowned personality among public. Being a prominent voice in discussions on cybersecurity, he has remained an authentic source of the people in this society to get a good understanding of the cyber world. We are truly blessed to have such a great personality with us today. I wish you a genial welcome, sir. I would like to extend warm welcome to Dr. Velayudan Nair, the brain behind Super 7 Web Talk series. And there is no doubt that his brainchild will bring acclaim to our fraternity. I welcome all the participants from various institutions. Hope this webinar will enlighten the knowledge within you. It is the result of the Pete family that various programs are held within and outside the campus. I take this opportunity to thank the teaching and non-teaching staff of B.Ed and M.Ed sector for their care and support. Last but not the least, I welcome all my beloved students, especially union members, convener of this program, Ms. Mary Matthew, and all committee members of this webinar. Once again, I welcome all of you to this webinar and I wish success to all the participants. Let this intellectual treat be a fruitful memory to all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, it's time to know more about the resource person. I invite Bonita Babu to introduce the speaker.
Cyberdome is a center of excellence for Kerala Police to meet the long-term security challenges in the digital arena of modern world by bridging the gap between the latest changes and innovations in the cyberspace and the skill set development of Kerala Police in combating the emerging cyber threats. It is envisaged as a collaboration center for both the public and private fraternity to converge and share information as well as resources that will escalate the safety of our cyberspace. Being in the cyber world, one must be aware of possible problems that might arise in cyberspace and their solutions. We have a distinguished guest with us today who would impart this knowledge to us. Mr. A. Pramoth is a police officer at the Kerala Police Cyberdome. Mr. Pramoth is a prominent figure in the field of cybersecurity and is renowned as an enthusiastic resource person in discussions on cyber safety. As a police officer, he is passionate about his duties and is a dedicated citizen who wholeheartedly works for the welfare of the society. With plenty of experience in the field of cybersecurity, he has become an inevitable presence in the deliberations of cyber safety in Kerala. His talk for the day has been titled Individual Resilience Against Cyber Threats. We lend our ears to you, sir, and look forward to listening to you. With great pleasure, we welcome you, sir, to the second day session of Super 7. Thank you.
Thank you, Bonita. Now, the moment comes to which we are eagerly waiting. I request our resource speaker, Mr. A. Pramoth, Kerala Police Cyberdome, to guide us with your talk on the topic Individual Resilience Against Cyber Threats. Over to you, sir. Sir, kindly unmute your mic.
Okay. Am I audible now? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Can I share my PPT presentation?
Okay, sir.
Hello. I would like to share my presentation. Can you give the permission? Okay, one minute, just a minute, just a minute. Is my screen visible to you? Yes. No, okay. So, good afternoon to everyone. My name is Pramoth, and I would like to take a presentation on individual resilience against cyber threat. Uh, just it's not. Can you see my screen fully? Presentation. Yes, right. Now it's okay. So we will start our presentation, in which we are going today. We are going to look into the individual resilience against cyber threat. As you know, the cyberspace has been is giving lot of problem to all individuals. The cyberspace is same to everyone, even if it's a child or a grown up or anybody else. So it's very during this COVID, it is very necessary that we develop individually as well as organization. In terms of organization, we develop a resilience against the cyber threat, because everything is now online. Your classes are online, the payments are online. We meet friends online through social media. In all the aspect, there is a virtual, there is a connection using internet. And another thing is that internet is same whether it is for a cyber criminal or an individual. This is the situation. So what we are going to look into is that since you are all Velayan sir has told me that this class will be for the students who are going to become teachers. So I have thought that it will be better to tell you about more about the parental controls that is available, or how the parents can control on the access for the children. First one, because as you are a teacher, you will be, it is necessary that you know more technically about it. The second one is the threat we facing through social media, and the third one is financial fraud. These are the three main topics we are going to cover. So let me go into the topic. So what does it mean by resilience? The resilience means whatever may happen, means it is a plan to get back into our as it is a plan, so that even if we lose something, we are able to continue our business. For example, suppose I lost my mobile. I should have the backup of the contacts, email, or whatever, the gallery and all that, so that even if I lost my mobile, I had to continue my official work. This is what mean by resilience. Moreover, in the terms of resilience for a student, it will help the society, their parents, their friends, and everyone. It should the resilience, we have to practice it daily by daily. Just like, for example, just simple example I can say is, we have to regularly take backup of our contact, so that back contact in our mobile phone, so that even if somebody our mobile is lost, or somebody is able to steal it, still we are able to have all the data. We should have a plan. Suppose my mobile is lost, what you can do? The first thing you should do is, you can actually wipe out the data, so that the details do not fall into some other person. You can delete your photos remotely. The only if the net is available, but you can actually do it. So we should have a plan. This is what we mean by resilience. On the one side, there is a criminal who is well equipped, who have all the softwares or hardwares, who know everything deep into it. On the other side are common people who do not have any knowledge about it. So you can say it's not a fair game. One side, they are criminal, they have every knowledge and everything, and the other side, due to the lack of technical knowledge on how the things work, they continue to cheat people. Cheat in terms of they take away their data. On one side, they threaten them, they take away their money, and blackmailing. As you might have seen learned about the ransomware attack and all that. This all happens because the people do not have the technical knowledge. It does not mean that they need to know deep into it, but at least they should know how it works. It is just simple as we all learning about how to work with smartphones. It's not a difficult thing, but you have to know, just that's all. But why? This is to prevent the fraudster from cheating us. So we should know the cyber landscape. That for example, the this internet is free for all. It is same for me, you, as well as for the cyber criminal. So what happens is that all the frauds are happening in this cyber world. So we should equip ourselves so that we are not cheated. This is mean by resilience. Resilience does not mean that you can defend against all types of attack if compromised, but you should have a plan so that you can recover quickly after the breach of data, or continue to function without any lag or any bad effect. Resilience is required to identify your critical applications, dependencies, vulnerabilities, and incorporate this information into a recovery plan. I am only talking about individual resilience. It means that we should have a backup of our mobile. For mobile, we should have backup of our mobile, just contacts and all these data. Another thing is that, suppose you are using laptops. So what happens is that, if you are using laptops, you should have a backup. You should take a regular backup of it. So that what happens is, these days, that the students, the fraudsters are actually targeting the hospitals, banks, then the students who are doing their PhD. So, and they attack them with ransomware, so that because they know that it knows hard work of about 2 or 3 years, so they will pay the money. Nowadays, the ransomware is working as a service, just like uh, these days. So we should have a plan. suppose in terms of computer, we can actually have the backup of our important file. That's one thing. Another thing is that we can encrypt our hard disk, so that even if it somebody able to steal it, he is not able to view your data. These are some of the things in the terms of mobile and computer that we can have. Another thing is that we should embrace a zero trust mindset, because there are thousands of fake websites in the internet. Even you cannot depend on Google. um, the situation is such that you should not depend on the Facebook. In the Facebook, what happens, how they actually cheat you, the frauds will first create a fake website and then use the Facebook ad to advertise that fake website. In terms of students, they will tell that the shirt or pant or jeans or in these clothing items, which actually cost 1,000 2,000, they will offer on the website on 200 rupees or 500. So what happens is that after that they will advertise that website using different criteria, based on the Facebook ID, having in the age group of 16 to 22 or 16 to 30, so that if the same ad is given to the 100 people, 10 will fall prey to it. That's how it works. So moreover, the people do not go for complaint about 200 or 300 rupees. So it is in this way that the frauds are actually taking away the money. So you should not trust this ads means any website, because only after making sure that it's correct, you should purchase it. Another thing is uh, what is happening about the Google. The fraudsters have actually created hundreds of fake websites using Google sites. That is when you that is what we are that is how actually people are getting fooled, or people are getting cheated. These days what has happened, that is, suppose somebody wants to look into say customer care of Flipkart or some Google Pay. So they will type on the Google, then they customer care Google, or Google Pay, or customer care Flipkart. There will be hundreds of sites will be there. It will in this site, the mobile number will be written on it. Just as you call this number, they will tell you that you have to share this and this and this, and in that way the people are actually losing their money. So we should embrace a zero trust mindset. You should not trust any website. Now this is the recent thing which is going on, that due to the addiction of Free Fire games, behind a child has lost his precious life. It's very sad to learn that precious lives of the students are lost due to the video games. Actually very sad news. But this is actually what is happening is, so as a teacher, you will come across different types lots of students who will actually have some problem. They will be backward. They are backward in the studies due to some of these reasons, or playing the on game games. So what you actually need to do is, more than students you have, means all the teachers who are the participants actually should educate the parents about it, because that's where we need, because the students are much more brilliant than their parents. They know much more things in deeper than their parents, because they are today's generation students. Those who are students are actually a generation of students who are seeing internet just from the day one. Now some experts says, why is this addictive? The video game is addictive because they trigger a release of dopamine, a chemical which is also called as pleasure chemical, which is associated with addiction. This is what experts says. Some believe that it's correct, some say anyhow it's related with it. Many believe that it train our brain to avoid unpleasant experience and seek our pleasurable one. So so it's the roles of reinforcing the brain's request for pleasure that led them to associate with addiction. So what I am talking about is why the students are getting addicted. This is some of the reason that are told by experts. So these things has to be, as a teacher, going to be as a teacher, you should actually inform or what we say, t- uh, bring into attention of the parents that such and such a things are happen. It has to be deal scientifically. Then some of the video game addiction, which is uh, during this lockdown period or for the past 1 year or 2 year, lots of complaints are actually coming to the cyber cell that their son, daughter, or he's having the video game addiction, online game addiction. So what happens is that these children are not concentrating on their with their daily life. They try to indulge into playing video game time, to spend as many time as possible playing the games. They isolate themselves from the family. They become upset and irritable when they are not playing game. They neglect their school or students. They do not go to play outdoor games. And all these they skip their meals. All these things are actually happening on daily basis, not in every almost you can say about half of the students are parents are actually saying that such a thing is that. Some may be only when it these things, this addiction or video game affect their daily routine, we can say there is addiction, else it can be controlled. Then some of the reason, as per expert, is that as already saying that these children or who they actually want to avoid the real life because they do not get gratification from their peer, or what they want. They are the more adventurous. They go into another group, help other, make other friends, develop a status, um, and they have some desire for escapism. And these are all something, this is the reason that the people are saying, or the experts are telling us. Now, how it can be removed, or how the addiction can be video game addiction can be addressed. It is a must that we, as a teacher, you should address this video addiction problem or internet addiction problem. So what the best thing will be to consult a psychiatrist or psychologist who are expert in this field. So only by doing consulting an expert in this field, we will be able to control this menace, because it's not simple. What are these days, what's going on there? Everyone is on online class, so therefore lots of the children are actually having internet 24/7, or whenever the parents are not there, the parents will go for their job, and they will have this internet, or video game in their hands. So the situation is changing drastically, and I think the teachers can address this issue very effectively. If there was a time when people think that meeting a psychiatrist or psychologist is some means they do not tell the people that they have visited a psychiatrist or psychologist, but there's nothing wrong in it, because they are the expert. They can actually help the children to get removed from, get away from this internet addiction or video game addiction. Now, how the children get online, how they are through the mobile phones, laptop, desktops. Now, what the children actually do in the online games, they actually play Free Fire. They are actually and then they do text, WhatsApp message, post in the social media, Instagram, Facebook, post and videos, YouTube, use the peer-to-peer for downloading movies. And these are what the children are doing. Now, what are the threats to the children? The threats to children is, I have only mentioned a few of them. They are cyberbullying, abusive conduct, viewing in age inappropriate content, pedophiles or sexual predators are on the internet, and there is virus and spyware. These are the main concerns. Now, one of the main concerns of the parents is that children themselves are sharing pornographic videos, sharing their own image, sharing among them friends, meeting face to face with someone they had not met online. They have met online, getting addiction. These are some of the things, and it is also causing chaos in the society. The real thing is that the parents are actually very much concerned about sharing internet with their children, because they actually fear that inappropriate content will be seen by their children. Now, what do you mean by cyberbullying? That's the first one. The cyberbullying can be through SMS, text, mobile applications, online, social media forms, etc. It is just sending, posting, or sharing negative, harmful messages to someone in the group. Or what happens is, what these days is that they form a group and they will not include their other friends into that group. So they send them abusing message. This is what's going on, and this can be termed as cyberbullying. Now, sexting is text message are being sent. Then online predators. Actually, online predators are there because in the Facebook or social media, we cannot know who is the person on the opposite side. So what they suppose a 35 or 27-year-old boy, 27-year-old person will take an ID and show his age as 17 or 18, and he build friendship with the students with some bad motive. This is what is actually happening. The another thing is the age inappropriate content. As I had already mentioned, all the parents are actually concerned about it. The adolescents and the children can unintentionally come into contact with inappropriate content, such as sexually explicit materials. And the unsold, this is the reason why what happens is that whenever they browse a website, some ads pop up. This ad will actually have some bad types of images, and some unknowingly a child may click on it, and it will be viewed by children, which actually affect them in a bad way. Now, pornography and sexually explicit material are available online. So this actually affect their personality development, sexual and mental health. Now, what happens is when a parents the reaction about it. Some say, some calm down, some are concerned, calculate. Some say that some are worried, some are surprised, some parents get angry, panic, some punish the children, and this is actually what's going on. So how the children get in contact, that is pop up on the device, they may be doing it unintentionally. Then they click curiosity or accidental access sent by someone else. This is how the children come in contact with such materials. In all the cases, they are innocent. They do not know about all these things. Now, regarding this, there can be many approaches to deal with it from the parent side. So what we have to do, we have to educate the parents. Actually, as a teacher, you can play a major role by educating the parent that how you can control it. Just by scolding the child or means do not giving internet connection to the child is not a solution. That's not a way out. The psychological approach is to talk the children about the sexually explicit content seen on the internet. Tell them it is not good for them. That's one psychological approach. In the physical approach, they can start monitoring of their device and internet. Technological approach, they can restrict the internet using filter blocking software, Panda Control software, all this. So one single approach is not good. Multiple approaches needed. They have to make the child understand that it is not good for them in health and all the thing. One of the things which the parents do not, forgot to mention is during this teenage, they are actually moving from just from boy, they are going to become man, and a girl is become woman. So what happened is there are lots. Their approach is different. They have lots. Means they are knowing, they are getting about knowledge about new technology, and they have a curiosity to explore all this, all other things on the internet. So we have to understand their psychology and then move towards it to solve the problem. Now, these about the parental control. So regarding the parental control, we can the parents can set a home rule for internet, physical monitoring of the time limit, technological solution is available online. Some of them are intrusive monitoring tracking technology. Some opine that trust is eroded if the child is under surveillance. So they should not feel that they are under surveillance, but they should be made to understand the seriousness of the issue, and then along with it, monitoring has to be done by parents. Now, technology solution is the parental control. By there are technological gains which are free of cost. One by Google, that is, and another by Microsoft, which is free. They can use it. There is moreover, antivirus is also antivirus which are also providing solutions. The broadband network also has the parental control. Broadband network means just like which is coming into your home. The direct to home connection, whatever is has the parental control. Then use of third-party software is also available. Now, search for kitties this is good for children, so that they do not see any inappropriate contents. Now, this is also good for children for search engine. Now, some people have YouTube. This YouTube Kids is available. They can view it. Another thing is that they should view. The parents should look into the browser activities of their children. They should actually look into the history of history of the browser. Now, here is it in the settings. You can see this in the history. You can see whatever the website they had browsed. Now, another thing is which we can see is in the myactivity.go. You can just see all these things: his web activity, location history, device information, voice and audio activity, YouTube search, and history, YouTube watch history. Now, these are some of in which you can actually see it. Now, another thing is that now we will look into the Panda Control App. There are by the major gains, technology gains. There are two major applications. That is from the Google is Family Link, and from Microsoft it's Family. So we will look into it, how actually Google Family Link is used. So what can they do is that this on the one side is parents device, another is child's device. So the child's device has to be Android. The parent's device can be Android or Apple, anything can be. Then what we have to do is we can go to the Google Play Store, and we have to download Family Link for parents, for the child. This is child's device. In the child device, we have to download Family Link for children. We have to install it. On installation, a code will be generated in the parent's device. This code, this has to be typed into the child's device. After that, the parent's Gmail will be linked to child's Gmail. So what happens is that the parent can actually see, he can actually monitor, but does not enter into the privacy side, because he can see which type of applications is used, but the parents cannot see the text. So the privacy is maintained. but at the same time, the parents are able to see which type of device, what are applications that the child is using. Now these are what we can they can do is they can do account setting, app on supervising location, and all that things. So nowadays, what we have seen that many people complained to the as that they had the parents has lost 1 lakh rupees because the child was through the Google through game. How it actually happens is that there is options of payment in it. The parents can actually limit or can control the payment so that the money is not lost. What happens that once in the foreign country there is no OTP, OTP will not come into your mobile for payment. It's only in India that we have the one-time password coming into our mobile. So what happens that once the parents card details is entered or linked to the game or through Google Pay, and the child keeps on playing, and he takes different what armory and all that during the play. What happens is the amount will be deducted from the parents' bank account. It goes continuously goes on. It's something continuously taken away from the bank account. And in many cases we have seen that the first time the parent actually give their son or daughter to play for the payment, but after that it is actually the card details are actually linked to the game, and the money continuously goes on. The parents are not aware that the money is going, because due to this reason that the parents lose 1 or 2 lakhs rupees. In many cases that come forward, and in all the cases, what I mean, it's due to the ignorance of parents that such things are happening. This is how what they can see. They can see Google Chrome, their search. They can have filter it, past searches, everything. All the details will be there, and the parents can actually see these things. So the best way is to use a parental control software along with counseling their child that the need to control their addiction to the mobile devices or internet gaming. This is another thing, Microsoft Family. This is by Microsoft. It has you can set the screen time limit, filter content, activity report, and find your family. Means other location can be found. These are all the things which are actually in the Microsoft Family. Now, in the case of you want help from Facebook or in the social media, there's also help is available in the Facebook also. We will see all this one. Then another is that in the facebook.com/safety their parents, there is a parental portal itself for parents that how they have to manage it, and in the Facebook or social media. So these things are there for the parents, so that the parents know more about what has to be done, know about the things what has to be done. Now these are some of the crimes and punishment about it. There is section 66, punishment for identity theft, punishment for violation of privacy, 66 for cyber terrorism, then child pornography, and preservation of attention. These are the things which are. Another thing which is more important is the the teachers should actually tell about the number 1098, which is the child line. Why this is child line is it is actually working 24/7, 365 days a year. It is free, and the child can actually use it. You should tell the child about this number, and because this number is actually this support system is actually supported by Ministry of Child Development, Government of India, state government, NGOs, other multilateral letter agencies and all that. This is actually very important, so that the children, in the case of any help or any need, they can contact this child line number. These are some of the things actually which we have to do it regularly, so that to develop a resilience. That is, you take the backup of your contact gallery, keep a backup of our important files from the desktop and save it into your save it elsewhere. You have used the encryption in the computer, so that even if it is stolen, even if it is stolen, nothing happens to your data. And remote, how you can use the remote facility of wiping the data on the mobile phones. Now, we will next look into the social media. Regarding the social media and its abuse. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. Regarding the social media and its abuse. So one of the main problem we are actually facing is a problem from social media, and all the people are on the daily basis. There are a lot of complaints are coming. The fraud are actually using the social media to their advantage, to siphon off the funds from their bank accounts. This is what's going on. So what these days they are doing is that suppose that they will create a fake account of principal. They are mostly targeting the people on the who are the top post, just like principal of medical college, school principals, etc. They will create a fake account and then which have the same photo as that of principal, and then send request to or friend request to all of the students or other teachers, and request, and they tell them that they urgently need 10,000 rupees, and they request them to send it to their account to Google Pay, through the Google Pay. Why is they saying that? So that using Google Pay or any UPI, the bank account number is not displayed. This type of frauds is actually going on daily basis. So we should actually be very much beware of social media and its abuse. So what do you mean by social media? Social media refers to interaction among the people in which they create, share, exchange information and ideas in a virtual online community on network. It is primarily internet-based tools. But what actually happens is that more people are being cheated on this social media. The Facebook has said in India, the Facebook user are on the highest number. Highest means there are many social media, among them. So Facebook stands first. Now these are there's Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, Discord, Twitter, WhatsApp Business, and another one, Clubhouse, has also started. So we have to know about all these things. Now, about few months back, government of India has blocked many apps which were actually have connected with the Chinese. Why? Because these apps were actually taking our data, our location, our gallery, our contacts. They were taking everything from our mobile phone. It is due to this reason was that these apps were actually banned. What they do then, after they know the data, they actually use the big data and to know what the people are actually thinking, what the people are talking, how to influence the people to sell a product, and for manipulating the minds of people. This is why these Chinese apps were banned by government of Kerala, India. Now there are actually positive as well as negative sides of it. The positive side of the positive side of social media as a whole is that it helps in the conversation, data and information exchange, avoiding boredom, and it also helps the local businessman and all that. But at the same time, it has a drawback also. The drawback is that it has privacy concerns. Abusive discussions are going on. Sorry, just a minute. What happened? The social privacy concern is there. Abusive discussions are going on. The trolling and cyberbullying is happening. The rumors are spread for political reasons. Teen who use the Facebook have the psychological disorder, antisocial behavior, and all that. It's also destructive. The studies of children. There is desire to compare them. What we have seen in all the cases is that the Facebook is or social media is used to only project their good side, and so what happens is that the people try to compare them, and there is such a thing is going on. There is a shopping spree. Another is that they have some eye problems are also by the children. Now, one of the thing what happens is in the social media, through the social media, Hartal was observed in Kerala on 16th of April 2018. So what was it actually happened? It was planned and executed by a few individuals using WhatsApp, and it have a serious eruption of violence and damage to the public and private property. In few places, prohibitory orders were clamped. This was actually a bad side or the bad effect of social media. The another thing which you might have also learned about is the Cambridge Analytica and Facebook scandal, in which this was used during the Trump campaign. They got data of the 50 million Facebook users without consent using "This is your digital life" and a third-party app created by Cambridge University's psychometric. Now, what happens is that there are neutral people in the election. There are people who support party A and party B. There is another people who are neutral. So what they target the Trump? They say the target was they target the neutral people with thousands of ads or other things, so that they support Trump's party. That's the allegation, or that is the scandal. That's how it. What they say that Facebook data was misused by Cambridge Analytica. Actually, the ad campaign was started, and targeted ad was used to target only those type of neutral people who has the chance to vote for Trump. This created actually a scandal. Now, this is what I have told earlier, that Facebook fraudsters are using Facebook in a big way to cheat the people. They actually make lots of fake website and advertise the link of these fake websites through Facebook ads, and the people come and purchase it. They lose their money if they click on the fraud website. This is actually what's going on. What they can do is that they can whether gaming or not. How can they check it? This site called whosedomain.tools.com. They can actually go there and type the website address. I will just show it how. This is for just like this is the website. You have to just type in the site you are actually looking for to know whether it is genuine or not. Just like, after that you will get the result. In this you can see that who is the registrar, how much days this website is old. The flipkart.com is 5,151 days old. So it tells you that this will be genuine, because otherwise it would have been taken down. So the fraud website will be, when you see about a website, you can actually look into it. You can use this website who is domain tools.com to check whether a website is fraud, fake or genuine. If it's just like this one, it will see that you can see that the Facebook is 5,151 days old. Next is the preventive measures. What preventive measures you can take? Some of the preventive measures is never share your personal photos on videos and on social media, but still people continue to do it. Another thing is to prevent the hacking of your Facebook account. What you should initiate is you should initiate two-factor authentication to prevent your social media account as well as Gmail. Your email. You can use it in WhatsApp also. One of my request to all the participants will be, today itself you have to initiate two-factor authentication on your Facebook account as well as your mail account. So what do you mean by two-factor authentication? It is also called as 2FA. 2FA means suppose what do you mean by two-factor authentication is, even if someone is able to steal your username and password, he will not be able to log into your account, because one OTP or a code will be delivered or as SMS on your mobile, which has to be entered into it. Only after that you will be able, or the person will be able to get into the account. This is a preventive measure. Now in Gmail, actually, you do the profile, the second security, and the third two-step verification. You have to enter your mobile number. You can go profile, then security and logs, then two-factor authentication. This is how you have to profile, privacy and settings, security and login, and two-factor authentication. By going through these five steps, you can actually set the second factor authentication. The same way it's in the Instagram. You have to click on your profile. The second is privacy and setting. And the third one is two-factor authentication. So what my suggestion will be to initiate, to put a second factor authentication, on your WhatsApp, social media. Social media means on Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, that people are using. At the same time, on your mail, on suppose you are using Yahoo Mail, Gmail, or Hotmail, whatever is it. All these offer two-factor authentication. You have to put it to itself, so that you do not someone is not able to log into your account, or someone is not able to hack into your account. Now, then another thing is authentication app. So authentication in the authentication app, what actually happens is that a code is actually shown all the time. Whenever, only if this code which you are saying is entered into the just in the Facebook or in what social media or on mail, that you will be able to enter it. This number keep on changing. This number keep on changing every 1 minute or so. So what happens that even if the fraudster is able to get your username and password, he will not be able to log into your Gmail account, sorry, or your email account or on social media. So it's my request to all the participants to use it, and also tell all your friends and relatives. So what will happen? It will help to reduce the number of cases for police also. Now, another thing is what is happening is that I would like to tell you that it's better you have install a virus total. It's actually a very good application which will actually scan your mobile check that if any malicious application is installed on your mobile. After that, you can remove these malicious apps. Now, at the same time, there is also a facility to lock your profile. Tap more under your name. These are the few steps we have to take. Tap lock profile and tap lock your profile again. These are the steps you have to do. At the same time, there is a few things how you can do. Suppose your Facebook account has been hacked, or what you can do. You can actually report the same thing, that your Facebook account has been hacked, to the Facebook authorities. So what happens is that they will take immediate step to block it, so that the fraudster is not able to misuse it. Now, at the same time, these things are actually going on these days, that the COVID scholarship fraud to collect these students. This is actually what happens is that such things are going on. They actually try to get your data and then sell it to somebody else. This is how the people become victims. Another important thing we are going to look into is financial frauds. So in the financial fraud, we are going to look into the current trends, what's going on these days, how to prevent it, and the redressal mechanism. Before going into all this, I would like to tell you about how our financial payment works. Now, there is rising online banking frauds as per statistics of RBI. Now, what actually happens? What happens when there is a payment fraud, or the money is taken away from your bank account? The fraudster actually transfer the money into 5 different accounts. One part of it will be withdrawn through ATM, and another will be transferred to mobile wallet. It will be used to DTB recharge, mobile recharge, payment utility, means payment of bills, case electricity bills, all that. Then data recharges. This is actually a scenario which is actually going on these days. So how actually it works? So first, I would like to tell you about the overview of payment system. On the top is the RBI, which is a regulatory authority. Then under it, BPSS works, DPSS on the and after that NPCI. The digital payment is actually looked after by NPCI. Now, there are different types of mobile wallets. Some are telecom operated, some are independent, and some are operated by the banks. Just like telecom operator is M-Pesa, for independent, just Paytm. By the banks, this is Zappay or Chiller, etc. Now, there are many types of online frauds. Some of the major online frauds are: first one is the OTP fraud. The second one is fraud using any desk or remote access. The third one is UPI fraud, refund frauds, then skimming means using skimming devices, fraud using OLX platform, or the online selling or purchasing platform, fraud using fake SMS, SIM swap, QR code scan, fraud using Google business sites, payment fraud using Facebook ads or fake e-commerce sites. Now, this OTP fraud has become more common, and people these days are well aware of it. They are not sharing in OTP with the fraudsters, but it is still there. The victims unknowingly reveals financial credentials like card number, CVV, and they lose their money because the amount is transferred from their bank accounts using the details. Now, what actually happens in the case of e-commerce transaction? In the e-commerce transaction, whenever you place an order to online transaction, it does not goes directly to the merchant, but it goes to payment gateway and then through escrow account. It will be there only after you get the delivery of item. The amount will be transferred to the merchant. Just like, for example, Flipkart, you will transfer the money to the Flipkart. It does not. The Flipkart is not able to get that money immediately, but only after you receive the payment, the money will be transferred to the merchant. That is Flipkart. Till then, it's not sent to the merchant. The money is not sent to the merchant. So there is a time between them. So if you are cheated, you can directly contact the police, and police is able to inform the Flipkart nodal officer or the Flipkart authorities, and they are able to refund your money. This is what steps we are taking. Now, this is another thing. The fraud using a remote access. What they will do is that the fraud will tell the victim to download an application. This is the AnyDesk application. This is TeamViewer. Why are these applications used? These applications are used for remote accessing a device. So what they do, the fraudster will ask them to install this device and share a 9-digit number. Once the number is shared, what happens is that the fraudster device is in connection with connected to the victim's mobile, and after that he can carry out all the any financial transaction he likes, because he gets the full permission. So I would like to tell about one important point is that you will be thinking about how actually the people get to the call the victim. How the victim call the fraudster. So what happens is that, suppose a person is there, he want to contact customer care of a company. He will type the customer care on the Google, customer care of the company. So as soon as this is typed, there will hundreds of fake website will be there, in which will tell you that this number belongs to customer care, and as soon as you call the number, he will tell you that he's a customer care of customer care of Flipkart. So then he will tell you that as per the company's application, you have to download this application from Google Play. He will say that you are actually downloading the application from Google Play. So there is no risk. They will tell you that it's the company's policy they will they will actually tell you to download the application and share the code. Once the code is shared, what happens is that your mobile will be connected to fraudster's device, and the fraudster will gain remote access to the your device or victim's device. And after that, some people say that they do not get any SMS. They actually get the SMS, but it is actually deleted by the fraudster. These are actually what happening these days. Now, this is one of the important things about the UPI fraud. So what happens in this fraud? What happens is that the fraudster will tell you to send this text. There is no problem in this text. This is a code. Just the fraudster will tell you to send this code to a mobile number. So what happens is that then by sending this code, what happens is that the UPI mobile application get links to the fraudster's mobile means your bank account will link to fraudster's mobile app. First step. Second step, what is needed is he needs a MPIN. After using these two steps, means how in the UPI fraud there are two steps. The first is linking of UPI mobile application to the bank account, and second is setting of MPIN. By using these two steps, the fraudster will be able to take away 1 lakh rupees per day. That's the limit. So how it happens? How the victim reach the fraudster? It's reached in the same way as whenever a person will search Google in the Google Pay about a customer care number, he will get fraudster's number, and the person will call the fraudster. The person will call the fraudster and tell him that he had to get a refund of the money or something like that. So what the fraudster will tell that you have to send this text or something like this. This is a binding code from his mobile to another number. When this is sent, what happens is that the UPI mobile installed on fraudster's UPI app installed on fraudster's mobile linked to the bank account. The second step is he asks for OTP to set up the MPIN. Once these two steps are done, he will be able to transfer 1 lakh per day. This is how I will explain once more. The fraudster will first install UPI mobile app, then send SMS to the victim to send it to a specific number. It actually goes to the bank's payment gateway. Then what happens is that victim's bank account is linked to UPI mobile app installed on fraudster, and after that he then sets MP and he takes away your money. So what a victim should do if he is a victim? He is a victim of UPI fraud. So what he should do is he should block his account. Blocking the credit card will not stop the fraud. That's what is necessary. Means I am telling you once again, even if you lose your money, you are a victim of UPI fraud, you have to actually block your bank account. You actually suppose you are calling the customer care number. Now I will tell you where to see the customer care number. The customer care number of a bank will be written on the back side of the credit card or the debit card. Every bank debit card, on the back side of the debit card or the credit card, the customer care number is written. So you need not search the customer care number on internet. And you have to tell the customer care that UPI fraud has taken, so your bank account has to be blocked. Now this is refund fraud. What happens as the fraudsters has already have lots of fake business sites. Whenever they search it, the people do purchase from the fake e-commerce site and find it and find different items. They will not be delivered the item they have actually placed the order, and then when they will ask for refund, there will be a Gmail account or Gmail account or any victim they will ask you to contact number. It will be written on the website, and when when they call the number, they will tell you that this is the policy of their company's policy to install application. They will tell you to either to install application like this one, remote accessing application they will sell, or they will tell you that you have to send this code to another number. By doing this, we will get refund. So this is how actually the people get cheated. Now another thing is the skimming device. These skimming devices actually, some of them has cases were reported in which the people at the petrol pump were using this. A person at the petrol pump was using it before swiping the card on the post machine. Post machine means payment. The person actually swiped this the debit card through this. So what happens is that the data returned on the magnetic chip you have seen the card. There's a magnetic chip. That data is actually captured here, and then the next step is he needs the PIN code that which you type on. So he needs two data. After that, he produces another duplicate card. That is what he do is before swipe, when you give the debit card for swiping, the fraudster will actually swipe in this. So what will he get? He will get the card from your device, from your card to this device, and after that he needs PIN. When you will press the key, when you press the key, he will actually remember it with these two data. What data? The data in the magnetic strip and the PIN. He will create another card and use it to withdraw money from ATM or from any other site. This is actually happening, and one or two people has been caught recently. Now, fraud using OLX is also is rampant. OLX or OLS type of fraud is rampant. So what is the people will put item to be sold on OLX. They receive call from prospective buyers. The caller will accept any amount, whatever you charge. This is they will put a bike like this, and they will also they will ask you to send money for transferring the vehicle. So you will send them 7,000 rupees, and it will not come. Neither you will get back the money, nor you will get the bullet. Now, these days, you will receive a lot of fake SMS saying that your SBI account will be suspended or any reason you have to, and they will give you a link like this. They will ask you to click on the link, and they will try to get all your details, card details. So you should not do it. Now, one thing you have to keep in mind is that when you receive your money, you do not need to type the MPIN or anything. You only when amount is deducted from your bank account, or your MPIN has to be typed or PIN has to be typed. When you for receiving any type of money, you do not need to type the MPIN. This has to be kept in mind, because sometimes what happens is that they will, suppose you had put a bike for sale. The fraudster will immediately call you and say that he is willing to take your bike. Then what will he do? He will say that I will send you 25,000 rupees or say 5,000 rupees, and he will say that I have sent you the money. You just type in your MPIN and you will receive the money. But actually, what happens when you type the money, that much amount goes from your bank account. So what we have to keep in mind is that only when amount is deducted from your bank account, or you give money to someone else, then only you have to type the MPIN. Else you do not. There is no need to type the MPIN. Now QR code scan is there. The fraudster will tell you that for doing the payment, you might have seen the QR code in place in front of shops. You will scan it and then type in your MPIN or a PIN. Then only the amount will go from your bank account to the shopkeeper. The same thing is there. The fraudster will send you this QR code. He will ask you to just scan it and type in your PIN to get the amount. But actually, what happens? The amount is lost from your bank account. So you have to keep in mind that in such a you have to keep in mind that whenever you pay money to someone else, you have to type the MPIN. Because in Google Pay or whatever UPI, Google Pay is just one of them. There is two options. There is pay request option and pay option. There is request money option and pay option. So what the fraudster will do, the fraudster will request you money and then tell you that you have to type the MPIN to receive the money. This is what happening. Now another thing is that there are a lot of sites, business sites, which are actually I will show you. So you'll see here. Now, another thing I would like to tell you that if you want to, you are doing any doubt, what you should do is you will have the bank's payment. You have the passbook. In the passbook, the number is written. The number of branch, the number of branch. The land phone number is written on it. You can actually just call that. Do not check this site, Google site for customer care. See this one. In this, it's written. Please see this one. There is it's written as business.site. The fraudsters are actually using such site to cheat you. What will happen? This is the WhatsApp number of SBI. The SBI, it's totally fraud. If you call this number, you are going to lose money. What they will say, they will see this one. So you have to be careful about this business.sites. This is these sites actually, what happens is, suppose you are typing customer care. You are typing customer care SBI. This site will come. Why? Because these sites are actually created using Facebook's facility. So they will give them much more priority than other. And the common people will call this number, and when the common people call this number, the fraudster will say two or three things. He will tell you to install, as I told you, he will tell you to install this remote access app. Suppose somebody calls that number, he will tell you to install this one, or he will the fraudster will tell you to send this type of code to another number. So the main aim is to cheat you. So my request is that you should not check for customer care number on your on Google. Instead, what you can do, the number is written on the back of the card, as well as on the what you say in their official website also has the number, and the passbook. The passbook have all the details. The land phone number is there and everything. So you should not search customer care number for in Google. It's my request, because a lot of people have lost money due to this one. It is not that we have not reported these things to Google, but for them it doesn't mind, because it does not affect their business. Only the common people are losing money. Lots of people have lost money due to such thing. Also Facebook. So because they are here for business, they are not going to change it. It has been brought to their notice that people are losing money due to such fakes, but they are not going to take action. Now, it's my request not to search for customer care number on Google. Now, another is payment fraud using fake email sites. That already I have told you that through the Facebook, the people they advertise it, and through which the Facebook ads will be there, and people lose money. These are some of the examples. There was instant pay loan apps also was there. What they were doing, they take your own, they will ask you to install application, they take away all your contacts, and then they harass you. That's what happening there. Now, another thing is that's going on is online job fraud. Many people have become actually victim, or most of them are from the student community. What they will find, let me tell you one thing, that you will see a lot of ads regarding data entry jobs. You will get 5,000 per month, 6,000. Most of them or you can say all of them are fraud, because what they will try to do is they will first charge you a registration fee. Someone will say registration, there is no registration. Okay, there are 4 types of packages. One, you have to type 150 pages. You will see that whatever you are typing is actually there, available there already. Then just think about it. Why are they asking you to type it? You will they will say that they need it, all that. Then after that they will tell you that to pay your account you have to open a new bank account and put some money into it. Or sometimes they will sell that they will ask your Aadhaar card, PAN card, and all this detail. Using they will create a dummy fake agreement and say there is agreement between you and me, and between the company and you, and if you do not do this job, you will have to we will take you to the court. And the court, they will say the court is in Delhi or someone, we will send you legal notice. Everything is fake, and the people they actually target the student community, because they think they are vulnerable, they do not know about all this court process and all that. So my genuine request to all the student community is not to fall prey into this online data entry or captcha entry. This captcha entry is actually used for fraudulent purposes, and so you should be careful about it. These are actually what going on. Someone will they will first tell you to enter into register into online portal for certification 2,500. After that clear interview, they will even create a fake interview for that verification 6,500. This is about a genuine case. That what happened. This is what a duplicate. They will create a this agreement like this. And another thing is extortion is also there. Then that's why we nowadays there was many cases were reported in which someone will call you on do video call or make friendship request on the Facebook, and then after that they will do video chat, record it, and then it will be used to blackmail the people. It's rampant. Now this you should be very careful, all the students, that maternal fraud is very much there, that it's all happened through the maternal website. They will post they will post that a person will like you. Then in most of the cases the person will say that he is working abroad and send photo taken from modeling website. That's what happened. They chat with them, but they will never do video call, but and all that. Then after that the fraudster will cook up a story and that he's sending her gift, and then he will call that the gift has been stopped by the customs, and it will they will also tell that $5 lakhs US are in it, and for the RBI has blocked it and you have to pay 75,000 rupees, or somebody will call that she's calling from customs, etc., like that. And after all that, what the girl continued to lose money. Only we were able to save 2 lakhs rupees. She has lost about 9 lakhs. So what are the preventive steps? The preventive steps is in the EVM. Preventive step is use EVM card-based, chip-based cards. That's we are using nowadays. Now, another thing is to understand the perception. Means you actually have to know that the bank has given, as per the direction of RBI, bank has given you facility to control these things: ATM withdrawal, post machine, post transaction, online transaction, domestic and internet transaction, contactless transaction, and UPI transactions. So what is that? It means that on your mobile app, say in the case of SBI, there is SBI YONO. Using the SBI YONO, you can enable or disable your ATM card. So what happens? Suppose you lose your ATM card and you had disabled it. What you have to do is you have to actually enable ATM card, withdraw your money. After you get you withdraw the money, you need to disable the ATM card. So what happens that if your ATM card is lost, the person will not be able to take money from your bank account. Okay, that's the one thing. Another thing is enabling or resetting your transaction limit. I mean, you can set a transaction limit, say 5,000 rupees. So even if the fraud have your PIN number, he will be able to withdraw only 5,000 rupees per day. He will not be able to take away all the money. This is the facility which is given by the bank. I request all the audience that you should actually exercise this. You should actually look into it, how it can be done through mobile app as well as through internet banking application. So what you have to do is you should understand that these 6 things, that is withdrawal, post machine, that is on means point of sale, that we use at the market, but we use at shops, pay for payment, online transaction, domestic transaction, contactless transactions, and UPI. All these transactions can be enabled and disabled whenever you like, so that even if the PIN is compromised, the fraudster is not able to take away your money. Also, you can set a limit, because so that means so that the money beyond 5,000 or 2,000 or say 10,000 is not withdrawn from your bank account. So please look into it. It's very easy to do it. You can use it in the SBI. You can use it. It is also enabled on your internet banking system. In the internet banking system, all these facilities are also available. This is in the internet banking system. Internet banking. Go to the my account and profile, enable or disable UPI account. At the same time, in the SBI Lite is that on the main screen, UPI enable or disable. So all these details has been given to you. You have to just utilize it to minimize the number of cases, to minimize the fraud, or it will be really helpful to you. Now, what you have to do if you become a victim? Let me tell you that all the districts, all the police districts in Kerala have cyber cell as well as cyber police station, so you can report it there. All the details, the email ID, phone number are also mentioned in the Kerala Police official website. You can lodge the complaint through tuna.kerala.gov.in. At the same time, is central government website is there. So what happens to the central government website? It is looked after by NCRB, National Crime Records Bureau. They will forward to the concerned police station. So there are many options available to you to lodge a complaint. Now, if a transaction takes place and you lose your money, so what you should do? When you complain, these details has to be there: account number, transaction details, date, time, amount lost, so that these details will be conveyed or passed on to the concerned nodal officer to block that transfer and refund. Steps will be taken by police to refund your money. Okay, that's how I have come to the end of my session. I would like to know if do you have any questions?
Sir, I have a question. Sir, hello. Sir, can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Yes, sir. I have a question, sir. Sir,
yes.
Suppose, sir, I want to be a hacker, sir. Okay, sir. If I if I want to hack, I want to hack, is there any need to know the computer programming also? First thing, and second question is
somebody's mobile.
No. So, sir, I just it is the process. I just want to know, sir. If I want to know the process, is there any necessity that I have to be a computer programmer? First thing, and second one is, it is commonly heard that Chinese hackers can hack our bank accounts, Indian bank accounts, and they can hack all the money we have in our accounts. Is it true? Sir, if you kindly enlighten.
No, that's not true. No, it's right that it is correct that the people you want to say as hackers or the cyber criminals. I would not tell means they are actually cyber criminals. The cyber criminals are much more smarter than common people. It's okay, but at the same time, the people will not lose money unless they make a mistake, unless they share their details, their transaction details. They will not lose money because, as per the RBI guidelines, banks are following all the steps, all the technical steps that has to be followed, so that the money is safe. So banks are proactive in it. So you will not lose your money unless you make a mistake by sharing your OTP or giving the remote access to your device to fraudster. Like that, only then you will lose money. Else you are not going to lose the money.
Okay,
is that clear?
Okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And if sometimes I lose my money from my account, is it possible to get return if I can provide details of the hacking accounts?
No, it doesn't mean hacking account. hacking means to get into someone else's computer without their permission. It's not legal.
Yes, definitely,
Got the
sir.
point?
So yes, sir, I understand. But is it possible to get return the amount after hacking from any account?
No, the word hacking is not correct. Hacking means to get into somebody's computer or device without their permission or their knowledge. That is called hacking. That's illegal.
Yes, definitely,
And
sir. And is it possible get return the amount?
uh, if you lose your money, and you have to complain to the cyber cell.
Yes, sir.
Okay, at the cyber cell, you have to give the details of the transaction, that you has lost so much money, the transaction ID or the transaction ID or identification or reference ID. That's called reference ID or transaction ID. The amount lost, date, time, transaction. Then, if it's a fraudulent transaction, the police will take step to refund your money. Sure, definitely.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
What they will do is they will inform the concerned bank, and then they will look into it. Actually, where are from you, Mr. Hari?
Sir, I'm from West Bengal.
West Bengal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And about
You are into
programming, sir, and the computer programming, is it necessary to know the computer programming, the hackers, what they do? Is it true? With the help of computer programming, they do it, or any other way, sir?
why should you hack into somebody else's system? There's no need of it.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right. Okay, sir. Regarding this first one, what there is called contactless card. There was a time when any transaction below 2000 using the contactless card does not require OTP. Many fraud was taken took place, and after that many means some restrictions has been made on this one. regarding the net, one thing I would like to say that our RBI, which is our regulatory authority in the payment or our central bank, is very strict. And they had, I think only in India we get an OTP each time we make a transaction. In the foreign countries, it's not. There's no such things. So what happens is that they can the transaction will be takes place without any OTP. You will not receive an OTP. OTP and MPIN are like, or PIN both are different things. This this foreign. So I was telling about the Google Pay. Just fraud. It's not a fraud. That we are talking about. A child means a parent lose 1 lakh rupees due to playing of games. So what happens is that when while playing this online game, the child will tell his mother or father that he had got a bonus point, or to get the money, he got 25 rupees by playing the game, and to get the money he need the card details. So the parents will give them the card details. So what happens is, when the card details is actually entered into it, then it is binded to it, and then for other transactions, since it's not Indian, no OTP is required. OTP is only in India. For foreign countries, it's not there for transactions.
Yeah, one question is available is online classes were hacked by the strangers. Is online classes?
Madam, actually what happens is that the students themselves give or share the details to other people. Knowingly or unknowingly, they give the details to the other. So it is in that way it happens. So nowadays they had become strict, and the details are shared just 5 minutes before the class, or for every class the different ID is given. Such steps are being taken. It's not their hacking. It's because the people are just sharing the link to others. Is it clear?
So another question is by Suresh G. Even in some games, many parents lose their money by wards as OTP is not needed for transaction.
Yes, madam. Regarding that one, at the first transaction, means when the parents do the first transaction, at that time OTP comes to their mobile, and they authenticate it. After the authentication, it does not need any OTP, because it's not working from India. It's foreign entity. So that's why OTP is not received. The OTP is not required for transaction at all. Suppose you want to see whether any suppose I want to see if my son is or my daughter is playing on Gmail. Just go to their Gmail account, and there you will see payment option in the Gmail account. I will just show it. Inside that, there will be a payment. There is an option called payment and subscription. You see this on my screen is visible? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Am I audible? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Here,
Yes, sir.
see
Audible.
this
sir.
one. Payment and option, payment and subscription. Here you can find whether your any card means card details is there or not. In myaccounts.google.com, there you just click on the payments and subscription, you will see it. If any purchase has been made, so by looking into it, your child's, you have to look into your child's Google Pay. You can see that if that's this one is there or not. Got it? Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Any more questions? One more thing I would like to request all the audience is that first thing is that you all of you please have your two-factor authentication on your mail as well as on your social media accounts. Number one. Number two is if you are using bank accounts, you have to just go to the internet banking account or Lite or or every bank has the same facility one. I was just saying SBI, all the Federal Bank, Canara Bank, every bank has the same facility to set or reset your limit as well as enable or disable this ATM, all that. Just so that you actually know in case any problem what step you have to take on. Such thing will actually help you to have good resilience against cyber threats.
Sir, Agil Ravindran is asking, our students misuse Google Meet by entering false mail ID. How to solve this problem?
Misuse, actually, misuse means somebody else gets into it, or they do it knowingly.
Sir, it is asked by Agil Ravindran in the chat box.
Okay, they misuse Google it using false ID. Actually, you can tell them that they should enter their correct, or else you can actually deny them permission. That can be done. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Pramoth sir. Many thanks from all of us for helping us become more aware of the cyber-related problems and the way we can help solve them. Now, I call upon Ginu Marin George to propose the vote of thanks.
A very good evening to one and all. It is a matter of great privilege that we have successfully completed the second day of Super 7, the 7-day web talk series. But the program stands incomplete without expressing the deeply felt gratitude to the people without whose presence the occasion wouldn't be as meaningful as it is. First and foremost, I express my deep sense of gratitude to Dr. Mariamma Matthew, our principal, for being a constant pillar of support and inspiration in all our endeavors. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our keynote speaker, Mr. A. Pramoth, police officer at the Kerala Police Cyberdome, the prominent voice in discussions on cybersecurity. Thank you, sir, for being with us despite your busy schedule and for your splendid talk on cybersecurity and making us aware of the individual resilience against cyber threats. The talk was very much beneficial to us. Thank you, sir, from the bottom of our hearts. I take this opportunity to thank our program convener, Dr. Elizabeth Joshua, Assistant Professor, Pete Memorial Training College, and Ms. Mary Matthew, the student coordinator, for their untiring efforts to make this program a grand success. I would also like to convey my deep sense of appreciation to the College Union members, advisors to the College Union, Dr. Sonny Mary Burgess and Dr. Velaidan Nayati, and IQAC committee for bringing up such a fabulous web talk series, Super 7, which is certainly a need of the hour. Also, I owe a deep sense of gratitude to Ms. Gina Susan Kurian for hosting the webinar and Ms. Bonita Babu for introducing the speaker. Last but not the least, I express my heartfelt gratitude to all the teaching and non-teaching faculty and all the participants for joining us on time and for your active participation throughout the program. And looking forward to see you all in the coming sessions as well. Once again, thank you all and have a great time.
Thank you, Zinu. A feedback link is provided in the chat box. Kindly fill the form. The formal session has come to an end. I use this opportunity to thank each one of you for sparing your valuable time to join us with your presence. And we really look forward for your support in the coming sessions. But thanks to all, I request everyone to please rise for the national anthem. Once again, thank you everyone for the participation and cooperation.